What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Comedy Chow. I'm Mario Pisano.
I'm Natalie G. Hi, everybody.
What's happening, guys? Welcome to the new studio. We found a new placement for our sign.
Yeah, we did a big move. It took a lot of work, a lot of manpower, but it was a success moving slightly to the right.
Yeah, there was many crews involved for this. So,
a lot of planning.
A lot of choices. A lot of urban planning.
A lot of moving pieces.
What's going on, man? How are you? What's
I
happening?
am good. I'm good. How do I feel? I feel good today. You know, I had like a nice, good night's sleep last night.
Oh, nice. Cool.
Which was cool because I hadn't been sleeping very well the last like week or so. And that when you get older, that just compounds on you, you know?
Yeah, we still get hangovers, but I think the common thing is just like, did you get a nice night's sleep or not?
Yeah.
Like when someone's over 30 and they look like shit, I'm like, you didn't sleep too well last night, did you?
Yeah, it could be alcohol, but it's more than likely sleeping. And like I've been sober, so the fact that I was looking more and more like shit and I wasn't even having the fun of the drinking part, I'm like, this sucks. So yeah. I caught up.
That's actually an interesting realization where you're like, I'm going to quit drinking, I'm going to exercise, I'm going to eat well. After a whole month, you're like, I still feel and look like shit.
Yeah.
Damn, maybe it's just me.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just me. Maybe there is no turning this around.
No, maybe I'm just meant to look like shit and deteriorate quickly over time.
Yeah.
Depressing. I know. That was a lot. But no, yeah. I'm back. We're bouncing back. I think also... yeah, I don't know. Go through peaks and valleys, but it was nice. How are you doing? What's going on with you?
You know what? I feel pretty good. It is day like 29 or something of no drinking.
You're close.
And let me tell you something. I can now see the future. I can read people's thoughts.
Would you say you're high on life?
And I would definitely say they're dark. Everyone's thoughts are dark. I feel pretty good. You know what I mean? I've been writing more like silly bits, like just really silly, just kind of like, you know, what if I had superpowers? Like I've been having just fun with that. You know what I mean? Just like messing around, doing silly stuff.
That's nice.
Yeah. So that's been pretty good. I don't know. I don't know what else is going on. I haven't gotten booked. I haven't gotten booked on anything, but I'm waiting for you guys whenever you guys are ready. All right. So, that's pretty much it, really. Nothing else. Nothing. I swear to God, this is not great podcast material. I don't have like an exciting development for you. I wish I did.
No, we don't have anything. We're not progressing in our careers in comedy at all. But, we've been in an interesting phase. I don't know. Have we talked about this already? We have a tendency to repeat things, but
yeah. Oh, I'm so sorry. Here, I forgot to.
Oh yeah.
We gotta cheers, guys.
Oh yeah.
We gotta cheers to the coffee. Hey,
cheers.
Shalom.
Mine
All
is.
right. All right. Go ahead. You were talking about something.
That's usually how it starts. Yeah. Thank you for listening. I think I've been having a lot of conversations with comics about how hard it is to be a comic in the sense that it's not just writing material and going up on stage. I was talking to a comic yesterday who has a really hard time with networking. And like introducing yourself and like and part of that is the pathway to getting booked on shows and how difficult that is and how socially, like there's a big social aspect to it that I struggle with. And it's nice. For me, it was like kind of nice to talk about it with somebody else. Cause then I was like, oh, it's not just me. Like other people have issues with this too. Like they don't love to network or they're just trying to, or they're like reluctant to do it because it kind of feels a little like schmoozy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do. I think, well, look, if you have a problem with networking, just remember, Jeffrey Dahmer didn't have a problem with networking.
Oh my God, that's so true.
He was totally fine with it. Going out there, meeting new people, eating new people.
I was really shocked at how... I would like laugh, but then I was also grossed out because I was like, I forgot about that for a second.
Yeah.
Because you finished it recently, right?
He got
I finished
16 new friends
Jesus.
or trophies, whatever you want to call it.
He was so smooth. It was crazy.
No. Well, listen, he was okay, but the smoothest was Ted Bundy. That guy would
right,
be
that's
like,
fair.
"Hey, my car's broke down. Can you help me?"
Yeah, look at
And
my
women are
face.
just
Look how
like,
cute I am.
Sure. Meanwhile, they have no idea what they're gonna get themselves into.
Yeah.
Let alone, well, definitely like a suitcase or a meat grinder or whatever it is he did with them.
Oh my God. All right, let's get away from the serial killers because I just like, it's been a lot. It's all anybody could talk about. But yeah, I think so I've been having a lot of those conversations. I don't know if you've been having, I feel like you've been having some of those too, where other people are just like having similar experiences. And sometimes when you're in comedy, you think it's only you in your head creating material. So it could be a very like solo gig. And then after a while you forget, or when you realize like, oh, other people feel the same way I do about comedy sometimes. It's kind of nice.
Oh yeah, 100%. It's like well, yeah, and especially too, since we're all doing the same thing, we're able to both relate and understand what's happening.
Sure.
Like we are literally all in the same sinking boat in the middle of the Atlantic.
Yeah.
While the band is playing as it's going down, and you're like, well, this music is nice.
Yeah, this is nice.
Great. Oh, hold on a second. The water's by my knees now. Uh-oh. you know? Oh, now it's around my fucking waist.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. So you're trying your best to just get stage time and do what it is that you got to do. Mm-hmm. All right. Be self-aware too. Like realize if jokes don't work or not. Mm-hmm. It's so weird. There's no key to this. There's no key.
No, and I think that's kind of the part that's most attractive to me, but then also the most frustrating is that when you think you have it down, you kind of don't, because there isn't a formula. There's no path. There's no like, first you do this and then you get this and then you do this and then you get this. Like there's no concrete way. So
yeah, there's no raises. It's not like a job where they're just like, it's your annual raise. Mm-hmm. Hey, it's your annual,
Yeah, like let's review what you've done so far. No one gives a shit about what you've done so far. That's pretty
awesome,
much it.
Right? If it's like the anniversary of you starting comedy and they're like, all right, well now you get 5 spots at, Broadway Comedy Club.
Yeah.
Something like that where you're like, oh, thanks.
Yeah.
That's called the industry room. You
basically,
do that once per year, you get some spots.
Basically, those raises and promotions you get, quote unquote, are the big showrooms, industry room auditions at clubs, audition shows, where they'll let you know because they give you feedback during those shows, right? Like they'll let you know where you measure up in this, in the scheme of things. So
sure, but here's the thing, right? Who can you trust?
There's also that.
Who can you trust?
There's
Because
also
if the
that.
audience is really laughing, they're enjoying themselves, and then I mean, I'm not saying this has happened to me, but I'm saying like everybody has an opinion on comedy, right? Like
you're like, I'm funny.
I know I'm funny, but like, but there's going to be some comics that, for whatever reason, like there's certain listen, we all have people we don't like for no reason. We just look at them
in
and
life, I have people I don't like for no reason. I could look at someone and in 10 seconds be like, I hate you. We're rivals and that's it.
Look, I fucking hate my neighbor. He did nothing wrong to me, but I see his face and I'm like, move away. Every time I see you, you devalue this neighborhood.
Do you do the like wave and then through your teeth start cursing him out?
No,
like this fucking guy.
I do the head nod.
The head nod.
I do the New York head nod up, like, yeah, what's up? Like I see you, but I wish I did it.
I see you and I see you're still here, and that's a problem for me.
Yeah, exactly. This hurts.
Yeah, no, there's always that. But I feel like, it was funny because I think in pandemic time too, I might have already said this, the sharing of knowledge. I was having a conversation about that same comic yesterday, that with open mics, which is usually like the first level. If you want to get started with comedy, you usually start at an open mic, right? That's how we started.
Yeah. Still.
There was like a group on Facebook that was dedicated to sharing where the mics were happening, who was having mics. Yeah. And because a lot of places, obviously beginning of the lockdown or as things slowly started to open up, not every place had, it wasn't just like one fell swoop, a bar's opening. So yeah, there was a spreadsheet, there was all of this. And then this comic was like, what I wish there was a spreadsheet for shows and producers and like basically like a a spreadsheet of contact information for anyone who's booking comedy shows that you can just reach out to. Here's the thing with that. I can see how that could be helpful.
Oh, but then
that's
now
the ultimate cheat code. Yeah,
but it's also a hit list.
I would say that's actually more of a hit list, because then that's the way your name gets put on that. It's like you might as well. It's like the phone book of the 90s. Like you're just searchable now, you know?
You know what I wish? I wish there was a place where I could find all the information on you possible. So then I could nag you until I get put on your show with my weak 5 minutes.
Yeah, I want their first and last name and their direct phone number and their address in case they don't pick up my phone calls. Yeah, it's just
because there's some people. Like,
the thing with that, I don't agree with that, only because that takes the fun out of it, right? Some of the fun of this is the chase of connecting with a producer, a booker, and having that relationship with them over other comics and being like, well, I'm in with this guy and you're trying to get on the show. And if it's all about who you know. That's the whole key to networking, is like you connect with other people and they help you out, you know? So weirdly, I'm like, not for the list. I'm like, no, I want to earn it. I want to earn the show stage time. You know what I mean?
No.
Maybe I'm making it unnecessarily difficult.
Yeah, that was a little because like I agree with you halfway, and then there's also a part of me that's just like it would be nice though if I did have a list of people.
It would be, but I also think that
you can make your own. That's not that hard.
That's what I'm saying. Like I don't think it's entirely difficult. I think part of it though is that it's like having. I think the sentiment there is having the list without having to reach out to anybody, just accessing the list. And it's just like,
sure.
Well, I'm like, you got to talk to them. You got to reach out and be like, hey, here's my tape or whatever, or, go to one of their shows.
Yeah. I wonder how many bookers actually look at the tape.
I don't think a lot of them do.
Or they just look and they go, all right, do we have one of you on this show?
Yeah.
All right, let's just put you on.
Exactly. Like, oh my God, I capitalize on every opportunity that they're like, hey, you're a woman. I'm like, yes, I am. Put me on the show, please. You have no women and I'm a woman.
Born this way.
And unless you want fucking Gen Z hipsters to complain, you better put me on the show.
Yeah.
Please.
No, listen, whenever they want a narc, that's when I get hired. Whenever they want a guy that looks like I'm there to arrest everyone, they're like, all right, we could put a tough looking face on the show.
Yeah.
We need a Joe Rogan. That's the thing. Joe Rogan, he's making my life a little bit harder because of all the controversy and everything with him.
He has it out for you.
He's making my life a little bit hard. He's giving bald guys, an interesting name. Here's the deal, right? There's a sect where I'm pretty cool because I'm bald. I look like Joe Rogan. And then there's another sect where they're just like, we knew it, you misogynist. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. As soon as you say something.
Oh, my God. I say anything a little off color, just trying to joke. And they're just like, yeah, we knew you were going to say that. It's so on the nose and it sucks. It just sucks so hard.
That's the current you're fighting against.
All the time, man. When I first started comedy, I was very hokey. So I was very hokey and I was like, well, those sunsets are beautiful, aren't they? Yum, 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 yum. I did very like water cooler jokes. Like, hey, how's it going, Lisa?
Yeah,
nice
everything you do you had to point for it.
Oh, finger guns. I had to do finger guns. I was like, hey, what's up, guys?
Oh my God,
now I'm embracing more of like what I really want to talk about, but even then it is an uphill battle.
Yeah, you're like, I want to talk about buttholes and they won't let me.
Yeah, like I made an asshole joke and people go, huh? like because it's funny.
Literally
but
their arms get folded. They just close off completely.
They literally turn into a piece of coal. They just start forming, just start shrinking down. They're like, get away from me.
I think though there are shows where I think there's too many like lanky, thin, white male comics.
Oh my God.
And that's where you could help even out the scales a little.
You would think.
We're saying that's the fucking put us in. Coach.
I've seen some lineups where I'm like, is this the Brady Bunch reboot?
Yeah.
What is happening here?
Yeah, that's true.
Like, and here's the thing. It's not that I'm looking for, like, because I'm not that guy. I'm not the one to be like, where's the diversity? Like, I'm not that guy. Mm-hmm. But there's many times I look at this lineup and I go, oh, okay, so 8 white people.
Yeah.
Awesome perspectives you got there.
Yeah.
Like, oh, what's so hard? Mm-hmm. Your rescue dog has the sniffles? Well,
yeah.
What is it? Like,
you're either, here's the thing, you get enough white male comics on, a third of them are going to be Jewish. They're gonna open with,
but they
so I'm Jewish.
Yes. Sorry to step on your joke.
No,
yeah.
it's fine because we're thinking the same thing. You know exactly. Yeah. And again, this isn't knocking on anything. This is literally what happens is you get enough white male comics in the room. One of them asks if they're on the apps. The other ones will tell you they're Jewish. And then what's the third bucket here?
I mean, definitely dating is weird.
Dating is weird. Yeah, that's the apps one. Is anyone on the apps? Is the new dating is weird.
Yeah.
And then, what's another? I'm trying to think of another. I think those are the main two that I always hear about. And then some weird shit.
Yeah, mostly. It's mostly that. Sometimes therapy.
So my girlfriend, it's a lot of that too. But I mean, I don't know. That's pretty universal.
Yeah, I mean, how could you start that conversation, right? Like, unless,
Yeah, I don't know.
That's the only way to start it.
Yeah.
But, oh my God, what's so hard is when you're at a show or a mic, more importantly, because there's more comics packed into a mic, where like 4 comics in a row. So I'm Jewish. And then they proceed to say Jewy things, and you go, okay, dude, like, all right, I get it. You're neurotic. Like, we understand this. Like,
I was hosting a mic yesterday.
God damn it, find a different way. Show your horns. I don't know. God. Do something.
Yeah, I was hosting a mic yesterday, and literally had a Jewish comic go on and start. Everyone's talking about Kanye West, and everyone's commenting on it in some way. By the way, no one's really hitting the nail on the head as far as doing it comedically yet that I've seen, but there's been a lot of attempts in the last 7 days alone, or the last few mics I've been to.
Yeah.
At least half of them are trying to comment on it from different angles of like, I actually liked him and blah blah, and it's just like, you know what, you're not. I don't know. We're still, as a collective community, we're still figuring it out. But
yeah. Because we don't know if he's trolling. We don't know what's going on.
We don't know what's going on.
He's
and
all
that's
over
the thing.
the place.
We're all in it. We're all trying to understand it. So it's not like it's not like an isolated incident like the Will Smith Chris Rock slap where it happened, and then as soon as it happened after, it was so pronounced that you were able to look at it from an outside view because you're like, all right, it already happened. It's in the past. Now I can comment on it. Kanye West's actions have been like an ongoing string of calamity. It's just been like a wild mess.
So the whole Kanye thing for me has kind of been like the Harry Potter series in terms of I've heard a lot about it. I don't know the details. I know nothing about it.
Oh, that's just like any series then. You just gotta shit on Harry Potter.
Well, I mean, I'm not shitting on Harry Potter. I didn't say it sucked. It does. But what I'm saying is that
it does.
Oh my God. I hope this enrages Harry Potter fans.
I'm enraged. I'm a fan and I'm enraged.
I think it is overrated. Well, you look like a Gryffindor. I don't know. Is that a thing?
Yeah, that's a compliment. Thank you.
Is that?
I actually really think people? I identify more with Slytherin, but
And then there's Hufflepuff.
Yes.
Is that one of the ones?
For someone who shits on Harry Potter so hard, you are rattling these off impressively. Yeah. What's the last one? There's a fourth one.
Oh, I don't know. I swear to God, I only know Gryffindor, Hufflepuff.
Take a guess. Just take a guess.
Puerto Ricans? I don't know. Well, what is it? Is that the last clan?
It's Ravenclaw.
Oh, so,
yeah.
Well, how would I know that? That's a deep cut.
Yeah. I don't know. You threw 3 out of 4. That was really impressed for someone who's like, I don't even like Harry Potter, but you seem like a Gryffindor to me.
But it's Spelliamus. And that is a spell, right?
See?
But that's just pop culture. That's what happens to you.
Well, okay, but I'm back on board with your example though, because even though you don't know much about it, you know enough of it just through osmosis of knowing pop culture and being in the world and like all of this. So like, obviously, like I don't know much about it either with the whole Kanye West thing, but like I know enough. I know that he's been going crazy. Like he's been on a decline in terms of like his mental state the last few years.
Sure.
He's been kind of more radicalized. So I'm like, I can only piece together through those context clues what this could be about, And apparently he's taking a shot at everybody. I think it was like Jewish people and then also LGBTQ or some other group, like part of society. I'm not really sure. We got to do our research on this. However,
I don't know. I didn't look at the tweets. I don't care to look at the tweets.
Not really. At this point, it's just like, again, we'll hear about it as it's continuing on, and I'm hearing about it again full circle at Mike's. So I had a comic yesterday who mentioned it, Jewish comic, and then just spot like in true Jewish comic fashion starts talking about his doctor's appointment at his dermatologist appointment.
Yeah.
And like what the whole like doctor conversation was, and I just was like laughing. I was hilarious. I can't even speak right now. I was laughing because
I was laughing hilarious. I don't even know what you just said right now. You know, you were talking, and I was in my own head because I have a joke, and then I literally just watched you decline. I just saw you literally like
every
become
now and then
lethargic.
I do have a little bit of a stroke. Like
Yeah.
my brain resets.
I'll help you out. All these comics that say, "Hey, I'm Jewish," they say it like as if it's something special. Like, what do they want? A gold star?
Whoa.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh boy.
Thank you,
All
ladies
right,
and gentlemen.
David's-
That was what is that? A double entendre?
Yeah, there you go.
Hello.
There
Come
you
on,
go.
Guys.
No,
These
listen.
jokes, they write themselves.
I don't think I think there's a lot of you guys, and it's hilarious. I thought it was super funny that the one, of course you would talk about your fucking appointment at the dermatologist, like so funny. And then he got off stage, and that's how I signed him off. I was like, very standard Jew. If someone's gonna ask me how this mic went, it's very Jewy and very standard. Like talked about the doctor, you know.
It's very
like,
plain bread.
It's just everything.
Hey, listen,
you know.
I support Jews because I want a career in comedy. I support all the Jews. All right.
Yeah.
I celebrate all the whatever, all 40,000 of your holidays.
Yeah, October is a hot
I
month
don't
for
touch
you guys.
technology.
Yeah.
I don't watch porn on Saturdays.
What are you talking about? Stop
Yeah.
lying to the people.
Yo, for reals.
Well, that's do we have some stuff? I feel like I have a few things.
Yeah, go ahead. Rattle it off. The floor is yours.
I have
So I'm Jewish. No, go ahead.
surprise.
Yeah.
No, I was reading something about bread that I love. Like I can eat healthier, but I don't think I'll ever give up carbs completely. Like I'll eat bread for the rest of my life.
It's impossible to give up carbs because there's carbs in a lot of things.
Yeah, and I don't think you should. Like you need
your
carbs.
body needs it, yeah.
So, don't this like those carb free diets or whatever.
Well, there's
bullshit.
carbs in fruit. There's carbs in broccoli. There's carbs in a lot of things. So it's like it's virtually impossible to cut it out.
Yeah. But I think this article is kind of in promoting bread and the fact that we need bread, and I'm happy with that.
I will join the cult of bread.
I've joined it already. I'm a high ranking member.
Yeah, is that what it is?
Yeah.
Have you reached the rye level?
Yeah, I've had a rye, a sourdough. I've never met a Kaiser
sourdough.
roll.
That's
I don't
actually
like.
what I was thinking. Yeah.
There you go, Portuguese roll.
Yeah,
there's
there's also the LGBT bread pumpernickel.
Yeah, I love a pumpernickel.
Pumpernickel sounds either very gay or it wears lederhosen.
Yeah,
There's something about pumpernickel it yodels.
I feel like I need to dress up pumpernickel. If I like toast the bread, I need to put like
Yeah, that's what I'm
minimum
saying.
4 ingredients on it.
Yeah.
Whereas like I like give me
I
like
thought little pants or something. Just like
I need to
little
literally
pants on my
dress,
pumpernickel, yeah.
put it up in pants. Yeah, pants made of honey,
little monocle,
and
be
a
like,
little cream cheese.
this
Yeah.
is my friend Pumpernickel.
Oh, that's a cute dog name.
And he's just like
He's like a
wiggles his
like
mustache.
a broom mustache.
Yeah.
It's straight across though, not like a handlebar, just a straight across mustache.
It's kind of like hairy facing
Yeah,
down. Just like,
yeah. Like he's very serious, like Ned Flanders.
Places to go. Like he checks that little pocket watch.
Yeah.
You know, the one with the chain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Every pumpernickel, every bag of it comes with a monocle, so
Yeah.
you can really experience pumpernickel bread. But yeah, I don't know. I love every kind of bread. Speaking of, what Jewish people have the challah bread, man. Oh my god.
Challah back bread. Challah bread's okay. Is that that's the sweet bread? It's like a sweet
What do you
bread,
mean
right?
challah bread is okay? Yes.
It's the sweet bread, right?
It is. Yeah, it's like and it comes in a braid.
It's very like airy. Yeah,
It's pretty light, yeah, and it's like a golden brown, like kind of smooth crust, and then
a little too chewy for me. A little too chewy. It's a little too chewy.
well, that's where I'm on board with Jews as well. I don't love a chewy. I don't love a dense bread.
That's the Jewish.
Hell yeah.
That's how. That's my Jewish response.
Yeah.
It's a little chewy. I don't like
and
it.
every
I don't
fucking resident of the Upper West Side would agree with you.
Upper East Side,
100%.
Upper West Side, yeah.
100%. Basically, the whole of New York.
Yeah, I believe the Upper East Side of Manhattan is floating on challah bread right now. That's actually an extension of Manhattan Island.
Yeah.
It's just a big loaves of challah
It's just
bread.
been like sitting next to the island of Manhattan, but it's like slightly off because it's just not on the. Yeah, I believe that. I believe that. But yeah, I think, listen, bread has a lot of benefits. It is it gives you fiber, apparently. Do you know this?
Yeah, okay.
It does.
Please.
Eat
enough bread, you are not shitting. It's just not happening. You are gumming up the works,
A
man.
single slice of whole wheat bread contains 2 grams of dietary fiber.
Oh, okay. 2 grams of dietary fiber and then 49 grams of carbs, I bet. It's insane the amount of carbs that are in there.
Yeah,
and it
but
depends
there's
what kind of bread we're talking about.
No, this is a whole wheat. So there's a difference between like a simple carb and a complex carb. So this is a complex carb. It's a little bit different.
Whole wheat. Okay. I mean, this isn't going to be funny, but a whole wheat is actually, it is slightly better, just marginally. It's really not that good. The best bread for you is actually sourdough.
I've heard that, yeah.
Because of that fermenting process that raises the sourdough, that's actually good for your gut biome. You guys are learning things today, guys.
It's knowledge. Listen.
This is what we're doing.
We can make it funny, too.
Yeah, listen, it's a food podcast.
Yeah.
This has to do with food and digestion.
Exactly.
And gastronomy.
Well, here's the thing. If you want to eat like shit like I do, you have to know these things because you have to understand how to balance it out. If you want to eat shit food, you got to balance out with some healthy. Sourdough is the healthiest because of the fermenting process. So I'll eat sourdough any day of the week. I know that.
That's like actual traditional bread.
Yeah.
Because there's also something called crisp bread, which you find in a lot of different countries, a lot of the Nordic countries, where it's basically like compressed seeds and some other stuff that basically like makes it like almost like a cracker.
Oh yeah.
But it's
like flat.
It's very dense. It's very dense, but it's mostly like seeds and stuff like that, which is good for you.
What's it? You know what? And this had me thinking about.
And you end up taking a shit. It looks like a bird feeder. But anyway, go ahead.
You're just like, oh my god, what did I turn into? Yeah. You're like, I can just throw this. Yeah, I can just throw that.
Listen, after you're done, you just go and feed the birds in Central Park.
Yeah, that's that's environmentally friendly.
This is true, guys. It's a circle of life.
So there's sourdough, but there's also things called like spelt bread, which I don't know where that stacks up. It's like a different grain.
Oh, is that I don't even know. Black people try to say spelled. Yo, I spelt that. I don't know. Sorry. I don't know. I'm grasping at straws. I'm trying.
You really
here.
are. And I'm like, and here I am. I'm like, can you just answer my fucking question? This is.
Yeah.
That's like,
go ahead.
Yeah.
I can't wait years from now when they pull this out and they go, Mario's you hear me? Mario's bigoting remarks. Mm-hmm. Bigoting is racist. Real, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All
right. Well, thank you for that. But yeah, anyway, these are the articles that I take a look at, and I just see one little piece of it that says like bread is good, and I'm eating like. Well,
you Googled is bread. You Googled bread is good for you. Just that's it. With an exclamation point too. You're like, bread is good for you.
I Googled even so I put bread is not bad ?
Yeah. And then just every pro bread article from like Wonder.
Yeah. Well, this one's from a legitimate source, eatingwell.com.
I've never heard of that in my life.
I think it's like a
is that
online outlet or something.
There's a lot of ads on that page that I could see from here. That sounds very
what are you talking about?
Bought and sold by the man.
Whatever.
Sounds like they own it.
You might feel sluggish if you eat bread. Well, you know what? I'm okay with that.
Yeah, duh, dude. Especially when you eat the loaf.
Whatever.
That's how that works.
I'll eat a whole. That's a problem. When I was a kid, man, I could clear a whole loaf of bread by myself. I needed to really be watched. There was no way. Put a little butter on it, especially if it was like fresh bakery bread that was like hot still.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even slice it. I would just take a bite into it. So good.
I don't like foods that you have to rush to eat.
I don't know what that means.
Like a fresh loaf of bread from the bakery, like an Italian bread or something.
Yeah.
You have to eat that within 8 hours or else it turns into the cornerstone of a building.
Not really. I don't think so.
100%. It gets stale.
No.
Tastes like shit. I hate having to rush to eat a whole loaf of bread.
I've had fresh bread where it stayed. I mean, if you put it in the bread box or whatever, it stays like that for at least another day or so. Not too long, but.
Yeah. You know what? I don't like your attitude, to be honest with you.
Now, this is a podcast where we fight.
I hate
whatever.
bread. No, I love bread. No, of course. Come on. What are you kidding me?
I'm like, listen, this is about to be a wrap on this podcast. Yeah. Do you have
what else we got?
Yeah, we're done with bread.
I'm trying to. Sorry, guys.
I'm just getting hungry now. Now I want like a bagel. I want a pumpernickel bagel, toasted, cream cheese and
Calm
tomato.
down with the hard end on pumpernickel. All right, take it easy.
Well, I'm just
Jesus.
What? That's the word. That's how it's spelled.
All right, I know we said it at exhaustion now, but I really I don't like pumpernickel. There's something about that weird kind of like flavor that's in there.
Okay.
Like whatever the pumper, whatever that's in that.
Is it the pumper or the nickel?
Or the nickel. It might
I don't
be
know.
the nickel.
I don't even know what's in it.
I hate change in my mouth, so that makes sense.
Okay, that's fair. Mouthful of nickels.
Let's see what else
What
we got
else
for you
do we got?
I don't know. What else is going on, man? I feel like we're not really prepared. So, do you have a Halloween costume? What's going on with that?
I have 2. I ordered 2 Halloween costumes because I might have some shows next week, which I'm excited about. I'm trying to get myself onto a show on a Friday, and then I have a show. I have a show on Monday on Halloween. I was like,
oh, nice, okay.
Which, you know, when the Halloween falls on a weekday, it doesn't have as much like excitement to it, you know. But the weekend will still be fun. And so my first Halloween, these are very normal too. Like they're not. I tried 1 year an attempt to do like the slutty Halloween costume. Okay. I looked in the mirror and I was like, this isn't me. Like I just never, look at me now. I don't really dress like that.
You were a slice of pizza?
My slutty costume was a slice of pepperoni.
Like, look at this fucking slut with pepperoni
just
on
like
her.
Turn her to the side, stick my butt out, and like, look at my crust.
Yeah.
Oh God,
that's great.
Yeah. No, this year I got.
Hey, if you got lucky, stuffed crust. Anyway.
Wow. Scandal. Yeah. I got. They're both like. One is a skeleton bodysuit, but the skeleton is like multicolored, so it's really cool. And then I got a little skeleton choker to go with it, and then I have to paint my face. So that's gonna be fun. I like the idea of face painting. That'll be cool. So we'll experiment with that.
A skeleton thing. Wait, you said it glows?
It doesn't glow. It's like multicolor. So it's like neon. It looks like it could glow.
Gotcha.
But it doesn't, as far as I know.
There's so many jokes to that. I don't even think you understand.
What, I'm full of radiation?
No. I think it's something along the lines of like if I was to make like a fat joke, it would be like, what are you, big boned? You know what I mean? Like, what are those big bones? But I mean, you're not. It would just be funny if the person wearing it is like bigger. What's another one? You're trying to look like, be like, oh, you're wearing your ideal body or something like that. Like,
oh, that's hilarious. That's like a woman nice joke. One. Yeah.
Anyway, guys.
You're like, guys, my diet is a success. I'm down to my bones.
Yeah, exactly.
That's it.
Like, I tried this new thing
where I don't eat anything. Yeah. And then I cut off all my body fat.
Yeah.
And my body muscle.
Yeah. So I saw this documentary in Auschwitz, and I really liked the way they were all in such good shape, and I just wondered what their diet was.
All right.
I didn't say anything, but yeah, go ahead.
Oh no. But so that was the first costume. Second costume is I'm wearing a onesie, a tiger onesie, and it comes with the hood. And it's a tiger face.
Like one that you could just like go to bed in? Like something like that?
It's not like a bed one. It's more of like a costume. It's a little bit like more sturdy than like onesie pajamas. It's not. I basically ordered onesie pajamas.
Yeah, I was going to say, you were like, so I have this new costume.
No, I didn't. It's a costume, but it's like a one, you just step in and you zip it up and then they have the paws and everything.
Yeah,
I'm excited for that.
That sounds like something Charlie Sheen would wear. Like tiger blood. What?
Tiger blood. What is that?
You don't know Charlie Sheen? Wait. Hold on. Wait. I know I'm older than you, but not that
He's
much
so
older.
much older than me. I think. Is that a black and white picture?
No, here's the thing. So Jesus told me this. No. Charlie Sheen. Do you remember when Charlie Sheen was getting kicked off of 2.5 Men? He was having just like crazy tirades when he was like at the peak of like doing blow.
Yeah, that was like I'm winning and all of that stuff.
Yeah.
I remember some of that. Yeah.
The big thing that he kept saying was tiger blood. like inside of my veins is tiger blood.
Oh.
Or he drinks tiger blood, some shit like that.
Okay.
No, I think it was like inside my veins is tiger blood. So that's why I made it a tiger joke.
Oh, I see. I thought that was a movie or something he did.
Oh, tiger blood?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, tiger blood is not.
No,
real.
Blood Diamond is what I'm thinking about.
Well, Blood Diamond.
That's a different
also
thing, and that's not even with Charlie Sheen.
Does not make an appearance. Bloodsport, Jean-Claude Van Damme, great 80s movie.
Kumite.
Ooh, whoa!
There we go. I'm back on the board,
Holy
just like
shit!
that.
I just came.
I saw that movie, and it was great.
Yeah,
it was very good,
man. It was with the big dude. You know, the big white guy.
Yeah.
That he gets killed. Or he's like his friend. Oh no, he doesn't get killed, but he gets like paralyzed or some shit. Because Bolo.
Yeah.
You know Bolo, right? When I was a kid, Bolo huge, right? Bolo's 5'6".
Really?
I swear to God,
Oh,
look him up.
Camera trickery.
He's like 5'6" or 5'7" at the most. So I'm like, holy shit, I'm as big as Bolo?
Oh no.
No way.
Let that go to your
I'm gonna
head.
walk around.
This is what I'm gonna hear now all the time.
Yo, he was scary as shit.
Oh,
Flexing
yeah.
those big ass Asian wonton muscles.
Oh
up
my
top.
God, that's
Holy
hilarious.
Shit, those big ass chicken cutlets he had
Yeah.
on his chest. He was like, wah. Yo, he would like hold somebody's chin and he would just stare
Yeah.
at Van Damme and he'd just be like, and he'd break their necks. Yo,
Oh God.
he was a scary man.
Yeah.
Let alone if the camera pulled back and you had something for depth of size.
I know.
Like a
Like,
chair.
holy
He's
shit.
very little.
Yeah.
You know. And he goes, gotta go now.
I feel like watching that movie now. It's a fun movie. It's
I've been
really
meaning
funny.
to watch that movie for a while.
It's
I've been
really,
meaning
really
to.
funny.
First of all, the best scene is when Van Damme is dancing
Yeah.
in a bar
Yeah.
in wherever, Taiwan,
Yeah.
wherever they are, and everybody's mad at him for
Yeah.
being good at dancing.
Yeah.
But he's so bad at dancing. Like everybody's looking at him like, he's taking my girlfriend.
Yeah,
And he's just doing like a shimmy and shit. He's just doing this. That's all he's doing. He's like,
Yeah.
and he's wearing like baggy slacks with a tank top tucked
Oh, yeah,
in
it's-
with
yeah.
pants and then like dress shoes.
Super 80s. Yeah.
No, but man, those dance moves. I just love how jealous the boyfriends were getting at. He's like, he's gonna fuck my Asian girlfriend. That's a
Yeah.
piece of shit.
Well, no,
These
didn't
American
he fell in
dance
love with the
moves.
reporter. Didn't he fall in love with the reporter girl who came to like
Oh yeah, was she
uncover the
Asian? I can't
Kumite?
remember.
No, she was white.
Oh, that
I
was
think
a white chick.
she's
Yeah,
American. Yeah.
I mean, of course, the way it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
There's only one right way. But yeah, so yeah, I love that movie for that. I love how patriotic America was in the 80s.
Oh yeah.
There was like a golden era in the 80s to like very, very early 90s where it was just America's the best. We are better than everyone. And like all of the movies were just propaganda for that. But I loved it. I ate that shit up as a kid growing up. And I'm like, yay, I'm in the greatest country ever.
Oh my God, Tiny Mario being like, "Go America!"
yeah. And then I went outside and they were like, get your Puerto Rican ass back inside. And I'm like, all
You
right.
waved a flag and then gunshots flew off and you're like, fuck,
Yeah.
okay, I'm back inside. Never
Whoops.
mind.
Yeah.
It was a lot of Jean-Claude Van Damme movies that were
yeah.
pro-America, a lot of Sylvester Stallone movies.
Fuck yeah, dude. Fighting Ivan Drago.
Yeah, Rocky was definitely, I mean, all of that was, and even some of the Indiana Jones movies, right? Or weren't those 80s? Wasn't there one of them?
It was definitely 80s. I don't know if it was pro-America. It was definitely anti-Nazi.
That's what I was going to say. Like, I think it's not necessarily so patriotic, but it is, there's always like a commentary on like, you know, oh, this country is the enemy. And ironically, like we're going through, you know, we went through, didn't we go through the Cold War in the 80s? I'm terrible with history right now.
You were like, so I heard there was a thing called a world war. Like, how many worlds were involved?
But
in
how
this
many
war?
wars were there really?
Yeah, for one, too many. Yeah, no, we had the Cold War literally right after World War II.
Yeah.
Right after.
Yeah.
There was an arms race.
Yeah.
And Russia started to like, you know, create
Yeah.
uranium and stuff like that because I mean they were on their way.
Yeah.
And the Germans were on their way too to make a nuclear bomb. We were just the first to do it and then be like, fucking mic drop, bitch.
Yeah.
Right on Nagasaki, bro.
Yeah.
And then the Cold War went all the way until 1989. And then that's when Gorbachev or Gorbachev
And the wall got torn down.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
when you know this guy was like, you know, Gorbachev, tear down that wall. That guy.
Who was that?
That was Ronald Reagan.
Oh, okay.
Well,
It sounded a little
wait.
Seinfeld. It sounded a little Ronald
What's the
Seinfeld.
deal with walls? They keep you in, but they also keep you out.
It's a Jerry Reagan.
Yeah, for real, dude. With a tinge of like JFK in
I
there.
know. It was like interesting.
Park the car around the wall.
Ooh, oh my God. What love child impression is this?
Yeah, I don't know, dude. That's like when you do Irish and Jamaican at the same time.
One bleeds into the other.
Yeah, it's I can't ever get it right.
Oh God. I
but
love
yeah,
it.
No, that was actually no. You know what? That wasn't Ronald Reagan actually. Well, I think that was like Reagan and then Bush. I think Bush was involved with that.
Okay. Yeah.
But yeah, that was that whole thing. Yeah, tear down that wall. I think that was Reagan. Anyway, there's
I think it
smarter
was.
people
I'm pretty
out there,
sure it was.
and I don't want to Google.
Yeah. I was gonna. Yeah. I think you're right with that.
No, but anyway, so it stopped 1989, and that's when all those people were involved with it. So then So what was your point?
No, I was just saying there's a lot of movies that were kind of depicting, a lot of, like you said, Russia is the enemy, or, certain.
I love it, man. You want to know why? Because we weren't afraid. We weren't afraid to be like, yeah, Iran, like, whatever. We're going to fight your terrorists or
Well,
whatever
there was a lot of that during, when we were in the, it was the Iraq War, right?
Yeah. That was in the
There were
early
so
90s.
many. How many? But that went up until what? Then 2000 fucking.
No, you're crazy.
No.
Again.
Oh
Hold
my
on a
God,
second.
I'm messing. I'm not good with history. I'm literally
over here.
asking you.
She's like, so Star Wars is a documentary. You don't know this, but there's a family called the Skywalkers, and I'll be honest with you, a little overrated.
Listen, if I said it with enough conviction, people would start to
How come
believe
only
me.
white people have the Force? There was only one Mace Windu, really?
Yeah, only one black guy. Diverse, not checking the diversity box enough. Star
Yeah,
Wars.
seriously. And when there's a woman, she's like blue or something. Can we have a Latina? No. So to answer your question, no. So we had two separate wars. The first one was in the very early 90s.
Yeah.
I wish I could tell you exactly when, but it was like 1990 or 1991. It only lasted like a year. It was a very short war. That's why there's that movie. I think it's Jarhead. I think it's Jarhead with Jake Gyllenhaal, where basically he never sees combat, but it's a really good movie because he's so anxious that he thinks combat's going to happen and all this other stuff, but it just never happens.
Yeah.
Like he never gets to kill someone. And like the whole time it's like anticipation of just like, is he going to do it? When is it going to happen? Is he being attacked? What's going on? So it was a lot of waiting around.
Yeah.
I think it was only 9 months. Like it was not a long war at all. Then that stopped. And then you heard about this thing, these two towers, they fell. And then there was, then we got into another Iraq war. But there's a lot of conspiracy theories there. But not even conspiracy theories, but there's a lot of theories in general that there was something going on there, that it was the first Bush Sr. that got us into that war, the first one back in the early 90s. And then it was the second one right after that they were just like, that's when George Bush Jr., I guess you could say.
Yeah.
He was just like, oh yeah, we have to go to, there is a perfect, and I'm sorry to like cut off, there is a perfect Boondocks episode. Remember the Boondocks?
The animated
cartoon.
series. Yeah.
So there's a perfect episode of the Boondocks that talks about this. And it came out only like a few years after we got back into the war, where basically it's like we went to Afghanistan, right, to go fight bin Laden and the terrorists and Al-Qaeda, da-da-da-da-da. But then all of a sudden we just made a sharp left turn to Iraq because we were like, yeah, we got to make a quick stop in Iraq real quick. We got to fight these guys.
Yeah.
Don't worry about
that was the
Afghanistan
whole
anymore. We have to focus in Iraq because there's a dictator there. Hey, while we're making a stop, is it okay if that's like going to Home Depot and then you're just like, but we have to step by Best Buy first and buy a TV.
Yeah.
That's literally what the Iraq war was. We went there for Afghanistan and then we just made a hard left because they're neighbors.
Well, that was the whole weapons of mass destruction thing.
Oh yeah,
that
they found none.
Yeah,
they found zero.
Yeah, and they're like,
and not to make this a political podcast, but anyway, there's a really funny episode of Boondocks where it's the same shit. They're going to the store, and then instead of going to the store, they end up going to like a bowling alley. Then they get into a fight, and then it's like, but it's such an allegory.
Yeah,
it's perfect.
Yeah,
and they make it very obvious. Samuel L. Jackson, I think, was in Boondocks.
Yeah, I think he was. I think he voiced like the dad.
Voiceovers. Yeah,
I think. Yeah. Well, no. The only reason, not to get political, the reason I brought it up was because I think like entertainment emulates art. imitates life, right?
Sure.
And then, so a lot of movies around the time when the second Iraq war was kicking off, there was a lot of, for years, like there was so many army movies where they're like stuck in Afghanistan
Black Hawk Down,
but all the way up until John Krasinski starred in one. It's like 23 Hours or something where they're stuck in Baghdad, or they're not stuck in Baghdad, but some town near there or something. And then like it's actually a pretty good movie because basically what happens is this troop of soldiers get stranded and they basically have to like fight their way out. But the way it's paced is really like, it's a really, really well done movie technically.
And John Krasinski's in it, right?
Hell yeah.
No, I just would love for him to shoot somebody and then just look at the camera.
Yeah, just with the face, like, no.
And just do the head nod.
Jim Halpert
for anybody listening,
from The
please
Office.
go to the YouTube so you can see what I just did right there.
I'll cover your face with his face.
It was acting 101.
It really was. But there was a string of those movies. Mark Wahlberg even starred in one of those movies. There was the big one that
Survivor, I think it was called.
Yeah, and the big one that Bradley Cooper did.
Sniper?
Yes, American Sniper. That was a big one.
Yeah.
So just kind of, there was always these movies that are like pro-America, but it's interesting because the movies came out during the time when we were actually like going through a lot of this, and like they're capitalizing on that.
Hold on, real quick, and then we got to do something else. American Sniper. If I remember this correctly, that guy, the guy that the movie's based on, supposedly he broke a world record of doing a successful sniping shot from like a mile away, or something insane.
I heard that.
Right?
Yeah.
Just imagine somebody got a world record by killing you.
That's crazy.
Just imagine that your family, like, does your family get a plaque too? We're just like, hey, guess what? You know how your son got shot in the face? Here's a plaque because that was the craziest thing to ever happen.
What a conflicting feeling. Like, I'm
Right?
so sad this person in my I
on the
know
wall.
passed away, but damn, is that not the coolest way to go out?
Yo, that's what I'm saying.
Sniped from a mile away.
Yeah, they have the bullet in a case and they're just like, you see this?
Yeah.
But like, this shattered your uncle's face. But hey, guess what? He is now in the Guinness Book of World Records. Do they even have the guy's name?
I don't know.
His name is like Abdul
Oh, the guy
Muhammad.
that he sniped? I think so. Actually, I think they at the end of that movie, they have movies based on real life have like the final like epilogue or whatever. They kind of I just hit my glasses square in the face. I think they mention it in there that like he passed away or whatever based on real life events.
He
but
is
then
now
he also
known
has
as
a
Mush.
yeah,
Mr. Mush.
He is literally in the wind.
Yeah, Mr.
That's
Blood
nothing
Mist.
else.
You're like, what the fuck?
If I was the one who got sniped from a mile away, I would want to cash that in on the afterlife. Like, if you believe in reincarnation, they'd be like, all right, how did you die? Like, what happened? I'd be like, I got sniped from a mile away. And they're like, oh, that's fucking cool. All right. And then, you get to choose your next life.
You know what sucked, though, if your face still looks like
when
the bullet's in there?
Do you know for a fact if it was in the face?
I mean, 100%. I mean, I would assume.
Oh, you never know. No,
I would
you don't
assume,
know.
or like in the chest. I don't know. I mean, in the movie, I think it's in the head.
Yeah.
Because for dramatic effect.
Yeah.
But just imagine
you
like
have to carry your arm with you everywhere you go.
Oh, yeah. You're up there with your 72 virgins. And you're just like, who wants to have sex? And you're like your tongue is like falling out of your jaw. And you're like, who wants to get on top of me? And just, they're like, ill, dude. No. And they float away. And you're like, heaven's lonely.
You're like, well, this sucks.
Yeah, for real, yo.
You sit back on your giant pillow that's meant, or like your pillow couch that's meant for you and all your virgins, but it's just you now.
Yeah, exactly. You're just
sad.
Alone in eternity. All right, we got to say a quick soundbite or something to make this controversial. We have to make this.
No, we don't have to make it controversial.
No, we have to.
No, we don't.
Yes,
oh my God.
We have to do We have to do something for the soundbite. We have to do something to get famous on the internet. This is how people get famous, all right? Anybody that isn't doing this, you're ridiculous, okay? What do you think? You're going to genuinely become famous just off of talent and credit alone? No.
How
you got
dare
to
you.
do something different, guys. That's what everybody else is doing, huh?
Uh-huh.
Whether you say a slur or whether you show a body part or something, we got to make a bold statement. What do you think?
Sure. Okay. I'm not sure what you're going to do.
You look ambushed right now.
I'm so
She's
anxious
like, what
right
happened to Mario?
I'm like,
this was not on the call sheet.
I'm like, I put run of show, friendly ending, and then that's it. And you just went another way.
And then I was like, you know what? Kanye's right. No.
You want to end? What soundbite did you have in mind? What are your last words here? Your last thoughts?
All right. My last thoughts are this, right? I think that we should find a place for homeless people. Okay.
Oh, okay.
And then we put them directly into the sun. I don't know. We put them on rocket ships and we just send them directly into the sun.
Oh, I thought you meant like walk them out into the sun. I'm like, that just sounds very nice. That sounds like
we
vacation.
all hold hands. It sounds like a cult, actually.
I'm like, are they on a beach? Is it a public beach? Can I go? Like,
that's exactly.
I'm like, I'll be homeless if that's the ending.
Yeah. No, exactly. So I think that's what we should do.
Okay.
What else? What else do we got? I don't even know. Because anything else, I'll say I don't know if it's going to be too much. Go ahead.
Okay. My last thoughts.
Yeah, go ahead. What do you got? We said nothing about. Oh, we talked about bread. Go ahead. Sorry.
I did talk about bread, and I'll stick to this. This is my last thoughts on bread.
Yeah.
Pumpernickel for life. All right. So fucking man up. All right. Maybe pumpernickel's too hard for you.
Ew, it's the flavor. It's not that it's hard.
It doesn't taste good. Oh.
You know, here's the thing. You could do that about anything and it's so insulting.
Yeah, I know. I know it is.
You could be
kidding.
You could be like, yeah, the frying pan was really hot.
Oh, it's so hot. My finger.
Your finger singed.
Oh, I touched it. I have an owie. Yeah.
Yeah. Seriously. I got shot.
Little bullets hurt you?
Yeah.
Little pow bullets, they just hurt you?
I'm bleeding to death in my lungs.
Oh, your lungs are filling up with blood?
No, you can't breathe.
You can't breathe? Is it hard for you?
Yeah, I know.
Some of us can't breathe all the time, Mario.
Yeah. Oh,
Have you been asthmatic?
Yeah. Listen, you're talking to one. I felt the wheeze of some lungs before. Anyway, sorry.
Yeah. Yeah. So listen, all right, guys.
We're having a tough ending here. We don't want to end it, but we have to.
This is fun.
We're having fun. We don't want to end it, is what I'm saying. We're having a good time, but those are my last thoughts. Bread for life, pumpernickel for life. I'm still on board.
Because it's bread, boys for life. We ain't going nowhere.
Okay,
I can't do too
gotta
much.
turn everything into a karaoke session.
Yeah, I don't want to get.
Oh yeah,
off
that's
of YouTube.
fair. Thank God for copyright. All right, well, Mario, where can they find you?
You could find me on Instagram at Jesus Christ, what is my Instagram? Funny Colors Comedy. You could find me on Twitter, Mario P Comedy.
Yes.
You could find me on what's the other one? TikTok, Mario the Actor. Mm-hmm. And then you could request me to be at your comedy venue, please.
At any of those, yes.
Anything. Yeah.
Open for bookings. Wide open. Oof. Very, 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 very available.
Like a Kardashian. Go ahead.
Okay, you can find me on Instagram, Natalie Does Comedy, and that's it because I don't have time for anything else. It's too much.
Comedychowpod Instagram.
Our Instagram is Comedychowpod. Our TikTok is Comedychowpod. Our email is comedychowpod@gmail. So email us any recommendations, whatever, anything weird. Tell us if any of our history was wrong here. I know I was way wrong, but
I'm not far off.
Yeah,
I'm pretty good with stuff like that.
But I know you are. That's why I deferred to you. I was like deferring to you.
So the Cold War happened in a very cold place.
Yeah.
It only happened during the winter. That's why it's a Cold War. And then in summer, it's a hot war.
I love it. I love it.
Oh my God. I think I'm actually just going to start quoting history like that now, just to see how many people, because someone's going to believe me. Some idiot is going to think I'm right. And that's what I'm going to do. You want to do it some more? You want?
I mean, there's
you have one more. I can tell you have one more.
Arab Spring is actually a soap.
I don't know.
Jeez.
Write that one down. Let's keep that in the notes.
Good. That's funny.
Arab Spring.
He just he's so stupid.
Because there's Irish Spring.
All right,
Arab
don't
Spring.
explain it though. That's the whole thing.
Fuck, man. Oh,
Mario's
you guys.
Mario's on a
Son of a bitch.
on a 7-second delay. He like said it and then he heard himself minutes later.
Yeah.
Yeah. So back to where you can find me. Funny Colors. Sorry. Jeez.
You could find me where Mario is. Damn, yo.
I just hop on your Instagram now.
Yeah.
No, Natalie does comedy. I have a show on Monday, October 31st, a Halloween show, which is going to be fun. I think I'm going to do the tiger costume then, and I'm hoping it's live streamed. So follow my Instagram for more details on that. I'm hoping to do some shows on Friday. You have a roast coming up.
Yeah, my but this is gonna come out.
It's gonna come out after, but we're definitely gonna talk about it.
Go to the YouTube. Go to YouTube. Go to Comedy Fight Club to watch the YouTube of me battling. I'm Andrew Tate. I'm battling AOC, which is Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez.
Yes.
We're both characters. We're dressing up in costume. It's gonna be hilarious. It hasn't even happened yet, and I can tell you guys, it's gonna be high energy. SB, I don't know her, Riva De Niro. I don't know her last name. But hilarious comic. It's going to be a great show, guys. So
it's definitely
definitely
fun.
Go stream it.
Yes.
Do your thing. Comedy Fight Club.
If you're
on
in
YouTube.
that area, do you know where? Oh, at the stand. If you're around the stand on Sunday, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 7 o'clock.
What, the roast?
What time is the show?
Oh, the show's actually at 10 o'clock.
Oh, this is going to probably come out after,
this is
so
gonna
it doesn't
come out way
matter.
after. We
So just go to
said
the
that.
YouTube. Yeah, sorry. I just
Talk about a delay. She's on a 30-minute delay. I literally just said this is coming out after.
I'm
Where
not
are
doing
you?
well.
What's happening here?
I'm still thinking about Pumpernickel.
Yeah? All right.
So good. All right. Thank you so much.
Yes. Thanks for
This was
listening,
another
guys.
fun episode. Yeah.
Like, subscribe, tell a friend, please share. Keep listening.
Yep.
Eat
Thank
well.
you.
Shalom.
Bye.
Bye.